Hare Krishna. My name is Devaki Suta Das. I am from ISKCON Mauritius, and at present I am in Shankar Hall in the Sri Sri Radharas Vihari Temple of ISKCON Juhu, Mumbai. So tonight we shall speak on the topic lasting peace and happiness and how to find them. To start, I can say that it's not something which we will get outside, but rather it is something which you discover, which is hidden within your own self, which has nothing to do with the external world. Because the objects which are found in the external world are meant for us to give them the happiness, not to expect the happiness from them. And if you yourself, you're not happy with your own self, how will you give happiness to others? No question. So, in order to be happy means to know your own self, to know who you are, why you are here, and what is the purpose of your existence. From the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Shri Krishna explains, he says, "Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you and nor all these kings." From this statement, and also he says further, he says, "There shall never be a time when any of us shall cease to be." So, from this sentence which Sri Krishna says, he means that we are eternal being. We are eternal being, and he is also eternal being. Which means just like he is eternal, so we are also eternal. So when we use our intelligence to understand this truth, this reality about your existence and his existence, then you are situated on the proper path. You are situated on the right path, and you will do only good to others. In other words, you will feel happy within yourself, and then in this way you will be able to give happiness to others. Because of the way you feel about yourself is the way you are going to treat others. It's just like, I will give you a small example, is once there is a story, I'm going to narrate this story to you, is there was two dogs, and one dog was very angry, and the other dogs, he was very peaceful and happy. So the first dog entered the room, the dog who is happy, he entered the room, and then he come out very happily. He was laughing, he was wagging his tail like this, and he was very happy. And then the next dog, when he enters the room, he goes out with more anger. He became more very angry, and as if he's going to kill anyone like this. He was so angry. Then one girl was watching the scene, and then she wanted to know why the first one, who was a happy dog, when he come out, he was more happy, and the angry dog became more angry. What could be there in this room which make the happy dog to become more happy and the angry dog more angry? So she enters the room and she sees that everywhere is mirror. Then she understands, oh, now I understand. Because of the happy dog, since he's happy, so he's looking into the mirror and he's seeing many thousands of dogs happy. So then he became more happy. Whereas a dog who is angry, because he's angry, when he looks at his own image, in the mirror, so he sees many dogs who is barking at him angrily, so he came out more angry. So this is our situation in this world. That is, if we see ourselves as a happy being, that is, we see our own happiness from within of ourselves, we understand it through our intelligence, through the faculty of our discriminating power, then it is to be understood that we will be always happy forever and ever and ever, and it will never end. So the first requirement is we'll have to know who we are. So from the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Shri Krishna again explains, he says, Mamaivangsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha mana sasthan indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. He says that each and every living entity in this world is my part and parcel. In other words, they are non-different from me. They are myself. And then the attribute of the soul is that it is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal, Chit means full of knowledge, and Ananda means that he is always in bliss. Which means that to be in bliss, to have full knowledge, and then to realize our eternity is an attribute of our own self. So we simply first of all to know our own self, know who we are, not believe in what we are, not thinking in what we are. Because the thinking has its limitations. For example, now you may be thinking of something, but when at night you go to sleep, you stop thinking, you don't know where you are. You don't even know the color of your bed, how it is looking like, and whether your room is like this or like that. You don't know anything. So you may say that thinking also has its limitations. The mind has its limitations. But can we say that because we don't know where we are, we don't know the color of our bed, does this mean that our existence has finished? No. Even though we don't know whether I am such and such Mr., or I am this and this Sir, or I am this, I am that, but still you are still there. You still exist, which means that your existence is above the faculty of your thoughts. It is beyond the way you think. So we don't think about ourselves, but we know about ourselves, we understand about ourselves. You know yourself. That's why it is said to know thyself, to know your own self, who you are, and what is your possession, and what kind of things you are made up of. And then in this way you are a happy person. So how is this possible? Now we'll come to the next point. So Krishna says, again from the Bhagavad Gita, he says, Tani sarvani sanyamya yukta asita matparaha vashehi yasyendriyani tasya pragya pratishtita. He says, my dear Arjuna, for that is sthita pragya. That sthita pragya means the person who is always peaceful and happy, which is the subject of our topic of tonight. The only thing is that he has to remove his senses from the objects of the senses and then focus it from within himself. Vashehi yasyendriyani. That is tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matpara. Vashehi yasyendriyani. He pull his senses inside, he go from within inside himself, and then through his intelligence he focus on the function of the soul. I will give you one particular example. For example, for you to maintain your life, what you do, there is something which you do every day, every second you are doing, and everybody is doing the same thing at every second, but yet hardly people are conscious of this truth. What is this thing which is making you to be in this body, which is maintaining yourself in this body? It is your breathing. You are breathing. At every second you are breathing. But yet people are not conscious of his own breathing. You see, we are walking on the street, we are doing so many things, but we are not conscious that, I am breathing. So when you chant the name of Krishna, when you chant the holy name of God, you may chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Or you may chant the mantra like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I mean, any mantras which is related to the Lord. So you chant this mantra, and then you hear each and every word. How is it possible for you to hear? Is only when you concentrate on your own breathing. That is when you are breathing. Like for example, now I sit like this. I take one breath. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So once the amount of air has ended up from my lungs, then I take another drop of air and then I continue the chanting, which means that my intelligence is being focused on the amount of air I am intaking and the amount of air I am exhaling together with the Hare Krishna mantra, which means both goes together. So when this is being done, then for that person, happiness is forever. Because he is focusing on his own self. And in due course of time, he will be totally purified and then he will feel his own self. And when he will feel like this, then he's somebody really very happy eternally. Then no more suffering. This is a conclusion of tonight. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.